The reports of 42 person were on you. I never want try lose you, try them up on me. Well,
there's so many reasons to love the Gambia, but this is one of them. I literally just went in, changed £120, yeah, got my money, went walking up the street. The woman's called me saying, "Hello, sister." I'm like, yo, went back. She's like, "How much was you supposed to give me?" I'm like, £120. She goes, "You gave me 130, handing me back my tenner." Do you know what I'm saying? That type of thing there. Hey, I love it here. That's exactly what I would have done. Honestly. Thank you, sorry. Yeah, like, I just love it. Like, look, and I just give her time. She's like, nah, like, she can't take them, whatever. But it's mad. Do you know what I mean? Ratings to the Gambians.
What are a few things that are common if you live in Gambia, but you don't really see them if you live in the West? The first thing that I'm going to talk about is Salam Alaikum. When you walk into everywhere in Gambia, everybody says Salam Alaikum. You can walk on the street, people will say Salam Alaikum. You can walk into a restaurant, you can walk into a supermarket. I remember once I was in a hurry, I left my kids in the car and I walked into the supermarket and I said to the man, "Excuse me, do you have any curry powder?" He just stopped, looked at me and was like, "Salam Alaikum." I was like, "Walaikum salam." And then he was like, "Nagasubasi." That's another thing. The greetings here, when you are going to greet someone, it can take a good minute to greet someone before they will actually get to the subject that they came in for. I've gotten used to it now, but it did take a little bit of time to just get used to the idea that you actually have to greet people and take that little bit of time out of your day to actually ask someone, how is the morning, how is the afternoon, how is the family, sharing food. So everybody shares food here in Gambia. It is so common to walk into your neighbor's house and be invited to come and eat food with them. And the women are all eating out of one big bowl, the men are eating out of one big bowl, and the kids are eating out of one big bowl. And I'm talking like a really big bowl. Everybody will share food, and it is really common for you to just walk into somewhere and people to immediately offer you the food that they are eating. My husband told me that one of the main reasons why is because people actually don't know where your next meal is coming from, or they don't even know if you've had a meal for the day, so people tend to offer you the food that they're eating. Another thing is touching your food with your left hand. Do not do it here. People do not touch their food with their left hand. In Gambia, they use their left hand to do something else, but I'm not going to go into it. But like, if you were to go into a restaurant, you're going to pick up a chip or you're going to pick up a chicken wing, you don't use your left hand to do that. People will look at you like you're strange. Another thing that you might find a little bit strange about living in Gambia is polygamy. So it's really common to see a man who has two wives or meet a woman who is a sister wife or a co-wife. You don't have to be rich here. Like, you can just be a plumber, a mechanic, a carpenter, and you could have two wives or even three wives. These are women that are intelligent, have their careers, have their businesses that they run, have been to Oxford University or traveled the world, and they have a sister wife. And for them, it just seems really normal to be a second wife. And some of them even really have good, close relationships with their co-wives. So these are just some of the things that I've learned about living in Gambia and seeing the way different people live and different cultures are around the world.
Hello and welcome to my third vlog. Today I want to talk about why Gambia, how did I end up here, how did I came up with this idea. So as I already mentioned in the past video, I was playing football in an integration team in Switzerland, and there I met Buba. He was from Gambia, and after 4 years Switzerland decided he had to go back home again. And so yeah, two of my boys from Switzerland and me, we went visiting him the first time 4 years ago, exactly 4 years ago. And I fell in love with Gambia, with the culture, with the vibe, and yeah, there I had this idea, was just a thought, it would be nice to do something here. And yeah, this idea didn't let go anymore. I was thinking about it day after day before I going to bed, every day, really for 2 years, until I was in Mexico 2.5 years ago, traveling there. And for me, there I decided, okay, I need to try it. Let's see what's happening. I can't lose anything. And after that, I was focusing on it more and more, I started to write it down, and I was able to do my bachelor thesis. I studied tourism in Switzerland. I was able to do my bachelor thesis about this topic, doing the whole business plan as well, setting up. And yes, in this time, like when I was focusing a lot on this project, the right people came across my way, and I got to know really important people who helped me out. Yes, and these people, they called me 3 months ago. They told me, okay, Joshua, we talked to some people just to get a feedback, and they all like the business idea. They all say it's a great project. But what does Mr. Keller, that's me, has for experience? And that's true, I don't have the experience, or I didn't have it, and which was also a bit my only concern. But I was thinking, okay, with a lot of working, with a lot of motivation, I go through learning by doing. But they came up with the idea, they organized a trainings program for me to get all the experience I need. And after that, I will be ready for my own hostel. Yeah, the trainings program was here, Kasumai, that I gain all the experience I need. And they called me and they told me they want me to be here as soon as possible. So yes, 3 months ago I set up everything and booked a flight, re-signed my contract at the other job, and I came here, and now I'm here and very happy.
Bash the US. It's just that there's gonna be trials and tribulations wherever you go. How I see it, you just have to pick your heart. In Gambia, it's not always easy. You know, lights go off, it's not as developed of a country, but you pick your heart. And to me, the simple pleasures in life were worth more than the convenience in America. There's also a lot to say for the amount of money that you can make in Gambia or other African countries. There's investment opportunities, development opportunities that I would like to tap into here. And honestly, this isn't to say that God won't bring me back to the US for whatever reason, but for the now, I felt like I had a lot more purpose elsewhere. I felt like DC and the US had not much else that it could offer me. And truthfully, I don't think I had the passion or want to offer it anything in return. I think coming off the heels of the most recent election, you know, I learned who that country is for, and it's not for me. I really am blessed that I got the opportunity to live in 2 different places, and ultimately, I'm gonna go where God wants me to go. My mom always told me to go where I was welcome, and I feel most welcome in Africa, in the Gambia. Definitely want to explore this conversation more, so my comments are open for any and all dialogue. I'm about to go see Yusundur, but I hope you guys have a beautiful day.
Okay, hello, my name is Haley Forrest in America, or here it is Demu Tarawale. That is my Gambian name. I am a education volunteer, Peace Corps volunteer in the Gambia West, Africa, and I've lived here for 7 months, and I thought it was time to finally do a house tour of my home for the next 2 years, so let's get into it. Now, this is quite literally a 1-room mud hut. The inside is mud and it's slabbed with concrete, but oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. But this is my dresser that I had made for 20 American dollars. Sorry, my clothes are pouring out. Just some cards that I brought in since being here. Not all of them, just the ones that are goofy and cute. This is a table that the school gave me. My water filter, my inside water bucket. This was supposed to be like a Mother Earth painting, but it turned out blue, so it looks more like an alien. So I don't have the guts to draw over it, and I don't want to finish it, so it scares the kids. I love it. This is where I keep like my food storage. This is like my tea and coffee shelf. This is my spice shelf. This is not normal in the Gambia, and it freaks people out every time they come here because they have like little tiny seasoning packets called like Maggie's or Jumbo, I don't know. And they do that, so this is all weird to them. They have no clue what any of this is. The teas are also really bougie for here, so they're always like, can I have some? Which I'm glad to share. So this is where I keep like canned foods, oatmeal, butter, oil, pickles, Probably should put the pickles in the fridge, but this was provided by the Peace Corps. It was, it's for our safety. And then that's some storage. And then this is my bed. It's terribly uncomfortable. This is my bug net that I sleep in every single night. And this is electricity because I'm lucky enough to have electricity. Okay, so I'm gonna take you to the bathroom. Keep in mind, this is everybody besides people in the resort areas bathroom situation. We don't have running water. So welcome to my backyard, the graveyard for mangoes that are not gonna make it this season. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so this is my backyard. This is shoes that I put on when I come outside. These are my hennaed feet. That's really messy, but this is my trash can. And then if you go over here, this is where the bathroom is. I did a coffee foot scrub this morning, so that's coffee. This is my water bucket that I have to fill up every day from either the pump or the well. And then this is my soap bucket. And that's that. Thank you for joining me on this tour of my house for the next 2 years. I hope you enjoyed it. Only a couple people have gotten a tour of it, so now it's for everyone.
Thank you for asking. I live in Gambia, which is a country in West Africa. I've lived here for about 3.5 years. For those of you that have never heard of Gambia before and are interested in learning a little bit more about Gambia, then continue to watch. Gambia is a very small country on the west coast of Africa and is actually surrounded by Senegal with a population of about 2.5 million. There are many different languages spoken in Gambia, but majority of the country actually speak Wolof and Mandinka. Because it was colonized by the British and it sees a lot of tourists every year, a lot of Gambians actually do speak English, but it is always good to learn some of the local languages so that you can communicate with everyone. Gambia is only about a 5-hour flight from the UK and it is hot all year round. In the English summer months, from July to around October, it is what you would call rainy season in Gambia. It is really hot in the country, but it does experience torrential rain. Flights to Gambia from the UK can be really affordable. Sometimes you can get a flight for £200, £300. That's a return ticket from the UK. But sometimes you can check it and you can get a flight for £700, £800, £900. It just depends what airline you're flying with and what time of the year you are travelling. High season tickets start from around £500 to £900. I just want to talk a little bit about the people of Gambia because most people know it as the smiling coast of Africa, and that is because the people are typically very friendly and welcoming towards tourists. Gambia is a very peaceful country with very small crime rate. 95% of the country are Muslim and 5% are Christian, although you would not know that if you were to visit there around Christmas time. Everybody celebrates Christmas, New Year's, Eid, Tabaski, Ramadan. They all celebrate religious ceremonies the same. The people really do live peacefully amongst each other in Gambia, and religion really doesn't play a role in how people treat each other. There are a lot of us have moved there over the last 5 to 10 years from Canada, the US, the UK and other countries in Europe. This video is getting too long now and I might have to do a part 2, but if you're someone who is considering moving to Gambia or even just visiting for a vacation and you have any questions, please put them in the comments below.
How I ended up accidentally, purposely, on purpose, living in Gambia. That's what we're going to call this. So a very quick story time. So I booked this trip to come to Gambia maybe like this year in like May 2023. I booked a ticket, a flight for 2 weeks for me and my son. So it was booked for 11 days and we were supposed to fly out on the 10th and return on the 21st of November. Backtrack, right? Last year, 2022, I made a short journey. One sec. Went on my first ever solo trip to the Gambia by myself. The first time in Africa, my first time in the motherland, first time traveling alone. The last time I came, as soon as my feet touched the soil, I just fell in love. There was something about this place, like anyone that's been to Gambia would probably say the same thing. There's something about the land here. It just feels super spiritual. Like, it's like, I don't even know what it is, right? Like, the people are great. The music is vibes. Everything is just a nice vibe, innit? But other than that, there's actually something that just like pulls you into feeling so at home here. So all of that to say, I come last October, fell in love. Honestly, if I had my son with me there and then, I would have stayed. Obviously, I had to return back because responsibilities. I always knew that this trip was going to happen and that at some point I had to come and take my son. So yeah, we came November the 10th. We stayed at a place called Palm Beach Hotel, which I rate it a 3 out of 10. It was very interesting. Just not my style, not what I look for in a hotel. Booked a flight with TUI. TUI's always got some good deals, and also if you're a single parent traveling with a child, they usually do like 150 off your booking or whatever. So I booked with TUI for the 2 weeks, knowing that I weren't coming back after the 11 days. It was just that it was cheaper to book like the whole package than to just book a flight. And also I wasn't that brave, you know. I thought, you know what, let me book like a return just in case in them 11 days something goes on, because I didn't have any accommodation booked or planned or anything. Like I was just winging it, and I thought, you know what, in them 11 days I'm gonna find out if I'm gonna stay for that long or not. The worst thing about this whole trip, right, was packing. Even thinking about it is really stressing me out. Like I really stressed myself out over the packing because I didn't know if I was staying for 11 days or 11 months. So when I was packing, I'm like, rah, like, do I pack small or do I overdo it? My son, I packed, so there's even clothes now. We've been here over a month and there's clothes that he hasn't even worn yet. For me, I ran out of clothes, let's be real. Like I've just literally been living in like these little dress things. Like that's like, and why not? These are like £5 in Barking Market or whatever. So, I mean, I should have just stocked up on these, to be honest. Couple tutu cycle shorts, different colour vest tops, and done that on a rotation thing. But no, I picked like 4 going out outfits, which was like one bright pink dress, one bright green dress. So you can't even really mix and match. Like once everyone's seen you in the pink and green dress, then you can't really, you can wear it again. But then it's like, look, there's the girl in the green dress. Yeah. I just didn't pack smart enough. And the thing is, I kept packing loads of things and then taking everything out. And then I think in the midst of all of that, I just ended up packing bullshit. But anyway, toiletries I was on point with, I must say. I was on point, like I ain't run out of nothing yet. Although my Aveeno oil is missing and I'm not going to blame anyone for that. But I have like toothpaste in abundance. I've got like everything, like toiletry wise, I'm on point, I can't lie. Although I don't have any hair oil, so that's why my hair be looking dry like this when I'm coming on the video, but I'll figure that out. So yeah, the packing was a little bit stressful. By the way, I had two 25 kg suitcases, 2 10 kg suitcases, which should be hand luggage, and then 2 like, you know, carry-on bags for the plane. So you'd think that'd be enough for me and a 4-year-old, right? No, because I wanted to bring all my camera equipment, all my podcast equipment, all my photo booth. That's what took most of the space, to be honest. Bare different pairs of shoes for my son. These times he's been rocking the same Crocs every single day. It's ridiculous, man. But I know that a lot of the stuff I'm actually going to keep here, I'm not going to carry back home with me. So at least we'll be lighter on the way back. Please, I hope so. Yeah. So anyway, we got here now.